The submission of tax returns is a key aspect of credit card issuance and is a legal requirement in Bangladesh. Waiving this requirement could undermine the country's anti-money laundering (AML) and Know Your Customer (KYC) regulations. This could result in increased risk of money laundering and terrorist financing. Understanding the taxation of offshore banking services in Bangladesh. The taxation of offshore banking services in Bangladesh is a complex and multifaceted issue. The country's tax laws and regulations have undergone significant changes in recent years, and the treatment of offshore banking services has been a subject of debate among experts and policymakers. Key aspects of offshore banking services taxation. Taxation rate. Offshore banking services in Bangladesh are taxed at the same rate as onshore banking services, which is currently 10%. Taxation jurisdiction. The taxation jurisdiction for offshore banking services is the same as for onshore banking services, which means that offshore banks are subject to the same tax laws and regulations as onshore banks. Limited digital infrastructure hinders widespread adoption of digital payments in Bangladesh. The digital payments landscape in Bangladesh. Bangladesh has made significant strides in promoting digital payments, with the government's efforts to encourage the adoption of digital wallets and mobile banking. The Bangladesh Garment Manufacturers and Exporters Association requested the government to extend the deadline for submitting the required documents for the new tax regime. The proposed tax regime for women entrepreneurs. The Women Entrepreneurs Network for Development Association has proposed a significant change to the tax regime for women entrepreneurs in Bangladesh. Tax treatment of personal loans and credit cards sparks controversy over rationale and consumer impact. The controversy over personal loans and credit cards. The Association of Chambers of Commerce and Industry of Bangladesh, AmCham, has raised concerns over the tax treatment of personal loans and credit cards. The organization has pointed out that personal loans of up to Tk 5 lakh do not require a tax return, while credit cards do. The policy, a contradiction? Personal loans of up to Tk 5 lakh are exempt from tax return requirements. Credit cards, being a form of loan product, are also subject to tax return requirements. This policy appears contradictory, as both personal loans and credit cards are considered loan products. AmCham has questioned the rationale behind this distinction. #The impact on consumers. Personal loans are often used for large purchases, such as buying a house or a car. Credit cards are used for everyday expenses, such as groceries and entertainment. The tax treatment of these two products can have a significant impact on consumers. For instance, a person who takes a personal loan to buy a house may not need to pay taxes on the loan amount, while a person who uses a credit card for everyday expenses may need to pay taxes on the interest earned. The need for clarification. The need for clarification. The policy is unclear and may lead to confusion among consumers. The distinction between personal loans and credit cards is not well defined. The NBR also engaged with the private sector to gather input on the proposed tax reforms. Understanding the tax reforms. The National Board of Revenue, NBR, of Bangladesh has been working on a comprehensive tax reform plan to modernize the country's tax system. The reforms aim to increase revenue, reduce tax evasion, and promote economic growth. The digital payments landscape in Bangladesh. Bangladesh has made significant strides in its digital payments landscape, with the government actively promoting the adoption of digital payment systems. However, despite these efforts, cash transactions still dominate the country's economy. The proposal. The Women Entrepreneurs Network for Development Association, WENDA, has proposed a significant increase in the annual tax-free income limit for women entrepreneurs in Bangladesh. The proposed increase is from Tk 4 lakh to Tk 5 lakh, which is a substantial jump of 25%. This proposal aims to provide more financial support and incentives to women entrepreneurs, enabling them to grow their businesses and create employment opportunities. Benefits of the proposal. The proposed increase in the tax-free income limit has several benefits for women entrepreneurs in Bangladesh.